of truth, and you have to show that truth to others, yeah, or live that truth. Yes.
When I hear defend, you always anticipate if there's an attack. You defend against attacks from other religions.
Absolutely. Is there an attack? Absolutely, there's attack. Well, not just other religions, the culture itself. Yes. Why else must we defend our faith? Yes, sir. Yes, heretics. Yes, we have to. We've been entrusted with this faith to hand down to next generations and protect it from heretics. Yes. We're also called to transform our culture. How can we transform our culture if we don't defend our faith? Okay? Keep our faith. Save the lost. Those who are faithless or those who are like atheists who don't believe in God, for example, we ought to save the lost. We have to restore the unbelievers. We're called to cast down arguments against God. These are the biblical references. We're called to strip the vanity of the unbelievers or the heretics. So we're charged to go out there and defend our faith. And when we defend our faith, when we do apologetics, we're also doing what? Evangelism. Okay? Apologetics and evangelism, they're like the two blades of a scissor. They work hand in hand. Apologetics is when you take out the weeds. Evangelism is when you throw in the seeds. You see? Apologetics, you take out the weeds, and evangelism, you throw in the seeds. But before you throw in the seeds, you have to make sure the ground is ready. So, we're called to transform our culture. And do we have a culture in crisis? Our culture, the 21st century that we live in? You bet we do. Yes, we do. Let me give you some quotes. He says, a major cause of our current crisis in the West consists of a worldview shift from a Christian understanding of reality and truth to a post-Christian one. Christian scholars, label or call the culture that we currently live in our society is a post-Christian America or post-Christian West. America or the U.S. is no longer a Christian nation like it was once in the past. It was founded upon Christian principles, but it's slowly but surely growing into further away from these principles, evidenced by these things right here. Prayer being banned in public schools, 1962. 68, protecting the teaching of evolution as fact. 10 Commandments were banned in public schools in 1980. 2000, public outcry. You can't say Merry Christmas now. And then the list goes on. I didn't want to make you depressed in reading this list. But the list goes on and on and on. You've seen, I'm going to go back now. You've seen books. Any of you heard of these books? Any of you heard of Richard Dawkins? You've heard of Richard Dawkins, the famed Richard Dawkins. You're going to hear his name, by the way, quite a bit in the upcoming lectures. Richard Dawkins, let me give you a quick intro about him. He is one of the, I would say, the most vocal, aggressive atheist that exists. He is a scholar, he's a scientist in Oxford University. He's written several books attacking the existence of God, especially Christianity. One of his bestseller is The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins. Refer to him when they defend their unbelief. If you want to make an analogy. The End of Faith by Sam Harris, God is Not Great by Christopher. Theme of our what is intro so that we can dive mean that we like for? Do we have evidence against? Can we weigh the evidence and see? Okay. Number two, can I trust the Bible? Is it made like Dan Brown said in his book, The Da Vinci Code, or is it divinely inspired? What's unique about Christianity? Why am I a Christian? Why am I not a Muslim or a Buddhist or an atheist? What's unique about my faith? Why am I a Christian? Again, very important. We're going to discuss this Sunday, tomorrow. Do we believe evolution? Yes. Is it, some people say micro, macro, no. We need who determines what's right and wrong? Where do our values and morals come from? Who determines morality? Does science contradict faith? It's for me to be a believer. Do I have to reject my scientific studies and my values? And to be a scientist, I cannot be a believer. Do science and faith, or do science and faith together predict or they the big one. Why is there so much evil in this world? The problem of evil and suffering. I just came from Egypt. Last month I was there. This is what I was going to say before now it came back to me. I struggled when I asked you in Arabic or in English. I struggled because last month I was in Egypt, and the struggle was for me to translate in Arabic. So I can speak, but still, I had things I can say, and of course, the lecture took about hours. It should have been only on half an hour. Anyways, so the conference in Egypt, 5 days, 5 lectures a day, 25 hours discussing the problem of evil and suffering. That's it. And obviously you can imagine why. It's very prevalent and relevant because of all the things that are going on in Egypt nowadays. And it becomes very pertinent. So when you talk about the problem of evil and suffering, you cannot say, well, philosophically speaking, God gave us free will. And of course, if you have speaking to someone who lost a loved one or a child, or you're not going to speak philosophy, right? You actually would be doing more harm than good. So how you can speak emotionally and touch the heart, not just mind. And that's what people were looking for in our conference in Egypt. Do all religions worship the same God? Say, what's up? God climb the same mountain? And talk. It will be the same God. Christians like Allah. There we go. Any questions? What do we think? Struggle with? Or would have? That's it. So, I'm saying, some educated around you have the balance. The atheist says some Greek words, which means what? No. They don't believe